Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. How y'all doing? Little Elton John with Dua Lipa this morning. I love that one. Have you heard that? It's pretty good, isn't it? I am so excited to be able to say that finally, on March the 2nd of 2022, 2 solid years after we were supposed to go and see Elton John on his farewell tour, we finally get to go with delays and delays and delays and delays. And I just read the other day that the poor folks in the UK and parts of Europe who had tickets to see him this fall, he had to delay yet again because he had some hip surgery. So between all the delays with the pandemic and then his hip surgery, those poor folks, they don't get to see him until 2023, 3 solid years. But hey, he's probably worth the wait. So excited to play that for you this morning. Let's kick off this morning with just a couple of real quick announcements. 9:30 today, Debbie's Business Builders will not occur today. Feel free to kind of do your own version of that this morning. Keep that momentum going, but that will not be in Debbie's Zoom room this morning as we have a meeting that we will be attending. So that will be back tomorrow morning, bright and early 9:30. So do watch for that. And then, of course, it's Wednesday in November. So James Shaw will be interviewing 2 new amazing listing agents for you today at 1 o'clock. For those of you who have been tuning into those, boy, those have been some really impressive people. So do make sure that you are in this Zoom room. I will broadcast that live for you in this Zoom room at 1 o'clock today with 2 new amazing listing agents featuring the one and the only Mr. James Shaw. And I wanted to spend just a smidge of time this morning before we kick it over to Jose, that you all remember about a bunch of different events that we have going on, right? So Sign In to Win, even though it officially ended on Monday morning, don't forget, for those of you who are participated in that, you do have some tasks this week that you can choose to do. And that is just reach out to everybody who signed in to win personally, right? You can send them an email, but why not follow up with them with a telephone call to say, hey, just wanted to check in, make sure that you got the information about who won. We're so sorry it wasn't you this time. However, please make sure that you pay attention to your email and communications from me in the future for additional opportunities. By the way, before I let you go, who do you know who's interested in buying, selling, or creating wealth by investing in real estate and maximizing the momentum in this massively spectacular market, right? So you get to have a follow-up conversation as well. So don't let that just die on the vine. Use that for the rest of the week and make some outbound communication. Of course, our PIES program kicked off on Monday with an info meeting. It officially kicks off this morning for those of you who said yes to PIES from Monday's meeting and Monday's follow-up email. Your custom collateral material is done. Watch for an informative email in about 2 hours from now to tell you where to go to find that so that you can initiate the PIE discussion with your database today by blasting out an email. So directions forthcoming, but that is ready to go for you. If you haven't said yes to PIES and you want to say yes to PIES, it is not too late. Please just send an email to newkwlistings@gmail.com. That's newkwlistings@gmail.com. Tony Derbyshire, would you do me a favor and just post that in the chat so that everyone can see new kwlistings@gmail.com? That would be awesome. Thank you very much. Just say yes to PIES in that email and we'll get you that collateral material as quickly as we possibly can. And the last 3 things I want to mention before Jose are insurance, investment, and profit share. You know, guys, we keep working on the back end to make sure that there are opportunities inside of our world for you to reduce the net that you end up paying the market center, right? Right, you have a split with the market center. We would like to make that go away. Of course, if we make it go away for everybody by just saying you don't have to pay the market center or anything, well, then we can't run the market center, right? Because it actually takes money to run this organization. So the way that we're working to make that go down to 0 for you are bringing in additional opportunities for you to earn to balance out and eventually surpass what it is you pay the market center. And those three things that we're working on currently are certainly our ongoing profit share program. Profit share, just us, just our organization, we're already at nearly $1.2 million in profit share for this year, and that's with 2 months to go. 1.2 million, how much of that have you put in your pocket? I hope a lot. And if it hasn't been a lot, or if it hasn't been any, you're missing out on a really, really massive opportunity, right? That's kind of like walking down the street and having $100 bills on the sidewalk and deciding that they're not for you, that somebody else can pick them up, right? I'm not sure why you would do that. So let's make sure that you're jumping into the profit share team discussions on Wednesday afternoons at 12 noon. I believe there are 2 happening in November, so do watch for those dates and get yourself plugged into that. The insurance opportunity we've been talking about for many months. We will have our first partners inducted. My hope is that I can announce those partners on Monday. I'm just waiting for clarity from the insurance company to be able to bring that to you. But I think we have 5 or 6 people who qualify and will become partners in that insurance program, which I can then restart the whole conversation all over again to get as many more of you in as desire. But again, that's just one more way for you to make more money by doing the business that you already do. And then lastly, we met on Monday with round 2 of the KW investment opportunity, and that you'll get a follow-up on later today. So if you are going to be in on that investment group opportunity, we'll need to know that by Monday, so that on Tuesday, a draft of the operating agreement can go out to you so you can read that through. And if you're then still in after reading the operating agreement, we'll look for you to say yes to that. And as soon as I am back from a short time away, we will follow up with that, form that group, and start purchasing. So lots of great opportunities for you to continue to earn, to maximize your time and your efforts inside of our organization. That is crazy exciting to me. I hope it's as exciting to you. And speaking of exciting, where's my good friend Jose Vladimir? There he is. Good morning, Jose.
Hey everybody. Thank you, Rick. Happy Wednesday, everyone. My name is Jose Vladimir from Guaranteed Rate Affinity. Delighted to be here with you guys today. The topic of discussion today is condominium financing, specifically FHA financing. As a side note, FHA has a market share between 10 to 12% of the overall market, mortgage market. So between 10 to 12%. For an FHA condominium, for a condominium to be financed FHA, the complex has to be FHA approved. The complex has to go through a review process for FHA to agree to secure that mortgage on that complex. If the condominium complex is not FHA approved, a spot approval is available, meaning an approval for that individual unit. There are 2 types of reviews. There's one called a DELRAP, which is a direct endorse review process, where a lender is allowed to review the complex and approve it. And another one is called the HRAP, which is where HUD reviews the condominium and all the documents. Interesting that in Stanford, there are 178 condominiums right now listed. Now, I don't know whether they are FHA approved or not, but 178 condominiums under 600,000. The FHA maximum loan in Fairfield County is $601,450. So what is the point of this conversation? At GRA, we have a condominium desk or a condominium department, and we do condominium reviews for FHA approval. And this review is free of charge. It doesn't cost anything to the seller or the buyer or to the realtor. It is free. So keep in mind, considering those statistics, that between 10 to 12% of the market share belongs to FHA, if those condominiums are currently in the market are not FHA approved, perhaps those sellers are neglecting a very important sizable size of the market. 10% of the market is not looking at their condominiums because they're not approved. So with that in mind, please keep that in the back of your head in case you would like to have my company help you get a condominium complex review. We're happy to do so. If you have any questions, let me know. With your success in mind, I am Jose Vladimir from Guaranteed Rate Affinity. And I see there's some questions in the chat, and I'll reply to those. Let me see. What if a spot approval doesn't go through? If a spot approval doesn't go through, it means the condominium complex is not insurable. Either they have some problems with the HOA, they have legal problems, or it is not well managed. And it's part of the process. Even if you do a full condo approval, it will go through the process of reviewing their documents, insurance, to see if there's any liabilities, any lawsuits against the HOA. And if those showed up in a full review or even on a spot review, it will create a problem regardless. Anyways, I hope you find this information useful. I will put my information in the chat. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Jose. We appreciate you. If anybody else has any questions on that topic or more, do reach out to Jose. He'll be happy to assist. All right, guys. So real quick this morning, I know we missed our Mindset Monday on Monday because we were all in the mindset of spinning that wheel of names. That was enough mindset for anybody. However, I wanted to kind of combine our scripts conversation on Wednesday morning, this morning, with the fact that we missed some mindset discussion on Monday, and just speak really quickly to you about scripts for you, scripts for your head, right? And so I'm going to give you 8 questions this morning. So get ready to write or type, or know that this is being recorded, and so you can always go back and check it out later if you want to grab those questions. But this will help you as you're working through your business plan. Remember, on the 11th of November, Debbie Orr and Donna Gilbert are going to team up to bring you a follow-up to the business planning clinic. And so we want to be as prepared as possible for that session. And this will help you get started, right? So question number 1, what do I want? What do I want? And that can be for your life, for your business, for your finances, for relationships, for your body, for whatever it is you're looking to make a change on. What do I want is the first question. Get clarity around what it is you want. Question number 2, what will I do? What will I do? And you can follow that with what will I do to create that change, to have the result that I'm looking for, right? But remember, it all starts with action. So first you have to figure out what it is you want, and immediately go to action. So what will I actually do? Question number 3, when will I do it? When will I do it? If you don't give yourself a timeline, guess what happens? Stuff don't happen, right? If you don't set yourself a timeline and a deadline to get things done, they tend to just kind of drift. So what do I want? What will I do to achieve it? When will I do it? Question number 4 is, what do I need to get it done? Now that need might be, what do I need to know? What do I need to learn? What do I need to have? Right? You may need a tool, you may need some scripts, you may need to learn something new, you may need equipment, depending on what it is you're looking for, you may need some stuff. So let's get clarity around that. So what do I want? What will I do? When will I do it? And what do I need to get it done? Question number 5, who will assist me in getting it done? There are certain things that you want that don't show up in your world unless you add some assistance, right? I'm staring at Fiona and Luke right now, right? They know what I'm talking about. No one succeeds alone. And so when you look around and ask yourself the question, who will assist me in getting it done? The answers to that, if you then take action around that, they start to change your world. You know what's really funny, guys? I don't know if it's on your screen, but Fiona and Luke are actually right next door to each other on my screen. So it's kind of fitting. Question number 6. How will I know I've achieved it? How will I know that I did it? Set yourself a metric. Know what the barometer is for success, so that you can actually stop and say, hey, you know what? I set out to do this and I did that. So how will I know I've achieved it? Question 7. How will I keep myself on track in order to achieve it? Tracking and accountability are massive tools in helping you achieve at the levels that you want to achieve. What does that look like for you? It's not the same for everyone. There are some carrot people in the world and there are some stick people in the world, right? If you don't know what that means, Google it, right? Do you prefer the carrot or the stick? What is your accountability structure? How are you tracking? How often are you monitoring the tracking that you're doing to make sure you're on the path to achieving what it is you want to achieve? And the last question, number 8, how will I reward or celebrate when I've achieved it? Remember, you've got to then kind of have a little party. If you've set a path, if you've set a target and a goal, and you've done all the things that need to get done to actually then achieve that goal, you need to stop and have a victory lap, because that reminds your brain that the process you just went through feels good and gets you what you want, so that it brings you to the bonus question. Boy, we haven't had a bonus in a long time. I'm so happy to be back to bonuses. That's the bonus question. What else do I want? And then you just go through the process all over again, right? Guys, achieving in your world, business, life, whatever, is as simple as those 8 questions and getting real clarity around it. If you'd like some follow-up on the business side, do join Debbie and Donna on the 11th. Until then, we will see you either at 1 o'clock today for James Shaw's interviews, or right back here at 9 o'clock tomorrow, where we have a special announcement that's not business related. It is fun related. You don't want to miss it. So be here at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning for that special announcement. And do me a favor, look around and text a colleague who wasn't on the call this morning to make sure they're on the call tomorrow morning. Guys, it's always a pleasure to spend time with you. We'll see you soon. Have a great day today.